Yo, it's the shakedown. Break it, take it, make it loud. Gritty like the city where the Giants draw the crowd. Chopped up vocals, beats that pound. Yo, it's the shakedown. Hardest show around. Hardest show around. Black and red round. Yo, it's the shakedown. Hardest show around.
Yeah. You are now tuned in to the most dangerous sports show on these YouTube streets. For all my listeners, Giants fans, sports fans, but most of all, Shakedown 2.0 fans that's in the building. This is the Shakedown 2.0, a show for the fans by the fans. And tonight, we bringing you all that heat from the New York Football Giants. But always, as we like to start off, gotta go around the room and check in on my brothers. Ghost, how are you, bro?
You know what it is, man. We here, man. First day of joint practice against the Miami Dolphins in the books. We definitely got a lot to talk about, man. You know what I'm saying?
My other brother, I see him up there, right square, same dip. Talk to me, baby. How was you doing?
You already know, man. Everything good, man. Long as there's breath in my lungs and I'm walking on top of the earth's crust, I'm good, man. Especially when I get up here and get to chop it up with my bros about these New York Giants and what these NFL teams are doing out here. Let's get to it.
You already know. And last but not least, of course, I am your humble brother and your host for the day. You're the chosen one from the Bronx. Y'all know what time it is, man. So let's sit back, get right, get this education. Let's get this New York Giants sports talk going. So, first thing on the docket, y'all know what we do when we outside. We slide.
Slide, man. So the first thing on the docket, man, you already know what it is. Multiple brawls, situations over there. Things was heating up down there in the 305. Abdul Carter threw a punch to Patrick Paul on a one-on-one drill. Things got a little crazy. Austin Jackson took a swipe at Kayvon Tibbs, who responded by shoving that man on the ground. And real quick, man, we got the footage on deck for that. Put him on his ass, you know what I mean? Give him the, what I like to call the tate quieto.
That's a fact.
Sit down, young man. Ain't nobody was talking to you. All right?
Siéntate, cabrón.
Real talk. Apórtate.
Can we one more again for the people who might not realize?
One more time.
Number 5 just showed you how to change a baby while standing up. Right there.
Look how much bigger of a difference he is compared to Kayvon, though. That's the crazy part. One more time.
But when you angry strong like that, it don't matter.
You know what I'm saying? Not at all. And then you know what? Even
71 is late to the situation. You saw him? 71 tried to walk as if he was going to stop something. It's over.
Yeah.
Look, we walking on tough Tony. For
real. Even
James think about that same. How you feeling about the Brawly Brawl?
Listen, man. You get tired of practicing against your own teammates all spring, all summer. It's about to be fall. So naturally, when I get to see somebody else that I could really put hands on, man, it's going to be like that. And it's easily going to be heated. It's already hot. You know what I mean? A lot of people of color, man, when we get hot, you get easily agitated, man. So I'm hot. I'm out here sweating. I'm working. Y'all can't deal with us. We having our way with y'all. You know what I'm saying? So all you could do is underhanded things or talk slick or whatever. You know what I mean? We made our presence felt out there in regards to how we was playing, you know, in between the whistles and outside the whistle. So I like what they doing, man. It's going to be consequences and repercussions to that shit, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you know how Harbaugh get down.
Yeah, you got to nip that type of stuff in the bud, because once people start going out here looking like they're undisciplined, that shit gonna carry over to the season, and we're gonna have costly penalties. So they need to be on top of their shit. Get it out their system. Let it be known we ain't going for no foolishness, and we with all the SHITs. You heard?
Yeah, they asked him about it too.
And
He
goes,
said that they
yeah,
addressed it.
I was
He
going
said
right
it's
to
like
you,
in
brother.
the
What
game.
you feel about it?
Right. Well, that's the thing. Harbaugh addressed the situation with the penalties and the scuffles. They treated it as if it was live. Penalties involved. So, yeah, no, for sure, man. Discipline is integral. Clean that shit up. I get it. Pay, tension is high. The weather's hot, especially down there in Miami, the 305.
Right.
But y'all professionals, man. And I get it. It's expected, but at the same time, it's okay now. But just keep it in the back of your head, pause, that come game time, the restraint is going to be very fundamental. And real quick, E, man, we got some stuff in the chat here, some motions. Far Side says, yeah, Far Side, that's my big bro right there, man. Shout out to you. Oh, I see you, man. Good looks, big bro. Love you. Scoob in the building, yes, sir. You know what I mean? My boys was out there like a menace to society practice. My guy said they apex predator defense. You know what, Scoob? I agree. This defense is going to be so serious. She says, my ears are all yours, pause. Farside said, bro, our whole defense looked like little kids on that field. You sure? Oh, I don't know, man. I think we was getting out there getting busy, man. You know what I mean? 8 sacks on the day, but we're going to talk about it. Scoob also says, sorry, but Carter, you want to be the defensive player of the year. This is not defensive player of the year character. I get it, but he has to learn and mature. I'm sorry, but I'm really upset with Carter. I know you want to get chippy, but this ain't it. My Nittany Lion let me down. KT was different. He just did a little man knockdown, but throwing a punch. Hell no. John said he said holler for practice for fighting. Yeah, he did. That was another situation that they talked about as well. You already know. Oh, good looks, man. Even the shown. You know what time it is, man. And then Farside said, bro, I was there. The first pieces of the game, these was like little kids from high school. Yeah, they was. It was, they got to get it together. Oh, I get it. I feel you on that, man. But talk to me, E. How you feel about the situation with the scuffles, the back and forths over there, down there in the 305?
First off, I'm going to talk about this in 2 parts, but I will condense it. I saw this coming. I knew this was going to happen. This is something that normally happens at joint practices, but most times they're more so disciplined because they get told about what's going on. But I think this is a coach's wink. Let me tell y'all what I mean by a coach's wink, right? A coach's wink is, listen, you guys, go out there, be professional, represent the organization, and I don't want to see nothing out of control crazy, or there will be disciplinary actions that will be taking place. I do understand that things get chippy. You guys are going to be playing against another team, so you don't have to show as much restraint as you would against a teammate, right? And we're simulating this as a real game time situation. Remember, joint practices are to give you the reps that are actually in the simulation of a real game. And now that I've said all of that, you guys go out there and behave yourselves. Wink. Right? Because think about it. Harbaugh is a hard-nosed disciplinary coach that has so much respect from his players that it's ridiculous. But all of a sudden, as soon as they get to Miami, they want to flip and wild out. I knew this was going to happen. But so I told you what it's going to be, right? Harbaugh loves to see this on one end because he's looking at his team like tough, gritty, not having the bullshit. But also on the other end, when it comes to the regular season, you got to be very careful because of the penalties, the discipline, and you don't want that to carry over into game time. Will this carry over into game time? No, it will not. Will you see 4 players get in the fights during the game and them have to sit his starting safety down? No, you will not. It has never happened in the history of New York Giants football. The last incident where we saw somebody get out of control was Odell Beckham. We have never seen an incident since that of that magnitude, so I'm not worried about it, right? And I like it. Let's talk about it, too. If you want a personal feeling about this, I like it. Beat somebody's ass. You can't beat your friends up. You might as well beat your people who ain't your friends up. I'm cool with it. I'm going to keep it real with you. It's football. It gets heated. It's in the battle of things. We're going to calm it down. We're going to come back. But sometimes letting a little aggression out is what football is about. I get it. I got it. It's over. right? Now, the second part of this thing, I love the fact that all that energy is still had late portions of the game. You see what Greenbrier did for these boys? You see what 16, 17 practices in 22 days did for these boys? It got their energy up, it got their bodies calloused, and it got their minds in tune for these reps. These boys had so much goddamn energy out there today. They was putting these kids on their back. We had intercept. We'll get into all of the details of what went on, but I'm very proud of our New York Football Giants. Going down to Miami and letting them know we ready for whatever. The heat ain't get to us the way you thought it was, because we've been practicing down in West Virginia and nonstop two-a-days and all kind of shit. Shout outs to John Harbaugh. You guys got to be better. Cut the fighting out. I don't think it'll happen.
That's a fact, man. And yo, shout out to school, man. She even said the fact that my pastor Winston got punched, I'm shocked. Yeah, he got into the scrum, man. He had to, go in there as a leader of the team in certain ways and, had to show out. And as he alluded to with the Greenbrier situation, these boys, man, they locked in and they ready to bleed for each other, man. That's what happens when you got that camaraderie going. A lot of people don't realize, man, like when it comes to football, it's very militaristic in terms of breeding loyalty and synergy between players. So when you see your mans and them out there getting busy for a second string backup quarterback to get out there, and no disrespect to Jameis Winston, we understand here as Giants fans the role that he plays specifically, but you just love to see it that from the top down, everybody's ready to get busy at any given moment.
That's a fact. TD Jakes turned into Hezekiah Walker.
Right. So,
it's okay. It's okay.
Which gang?
It's okay. You feel me?
Right. Absolutely. And also, Ronnie Harrison got ejected for disciplinary action, so they was getting crazy down there.
Yeah, it was loose. It was loose.
On the joint practice is getting wild.
Come on, bro. It was loose. It was loose. It was loose. I just want to know who hit Winston.
Well, he was thrown out entirely for a separate incident, according to the Dolphins wire. I didn't really dig too much into it off the strength that he's a Dolphins player. But he had to have done something stupid for him to get ejected. That's point blank, period. And shout out to Coach Ed in the building, man. Peace and salute, Coach. You already know.
He with it. I just need y'all to know that right now. Coach Ed is with it. Type of stuff. That's his thing right there. He probably was the one who called Winston.
But yeah, man. Any final wrap-ups as far as like the brawls, certain situations, the physicality is concerned?
And let me tell you what that does mentally, right? When you are in a team brawl, because I don't remember us having this many fights in a one joint practice. Now I do remember us having a couple of situations. You remember years ago when Sterling Shepard squared up with one of the Lions cornerbacks?
Yeah.
Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
You feel me? Yeah, you feel me? And they literally had the video of him in a boxing stance like, yo, let's go. And they threw a couple of punches before they broke that up. First of all, man, it's just what it is. When you play an aggressive sport like this, it gets heated like that. But the best part about it is you get to see your teammates involved. I know people will say, yo, what was Jameis Winston doing? And he got punched in the face. Let me tell you what happened when they went back into that locker room. He was loved on like a brother like no other. You better believe it.
That's a fact, bro. That's a whole fact, man. And you know they was talking big shit out there in between.
Of course, because they won. Because they won the brawl. That's the difference. When you lose the brawl, you don't talk about nothing. You sitting there quiet with Band-Aids and lip raids. But when you win the brawl, you sitting there talking about the free fall for it all. You're giving little fake daps. When the coach walk in, you acting like you humbling yourself. As soon as he walk out, you're like, yeah. Let me keep it real with you. I saw how you grabbed his neck. I would have scammed him too, but I kicked him in the back. Like, I'm not glorifying the brawl. I'm just saying I'm not mad at it.
I don't like the whole brawl. You know what I'm saying? Get it out your system. By Abdul Carter, you gotta do way better. You can't get emotional like that, especially in a one-on-one rep. It's not even like 11 on 11. You guys crowded. You try to sneak one in. No, you're one-on-one. Everybody watching you. What are you doing out here? You got to get that together, man. We expect better things from you, man, because we know that you expect a lot out of yourself. You know You know what I'm saying? Don't let the team down with knucklehead shit like that.
Yeah.
Don't put yourself in a situation where you could be easily singled out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
now I gotta ask you, brothers, 1-on-1, right? We all know the game of football. We all know the reps, right? At what point did y'all feel that, was it a frustration of not being able to beat his man, or, because we won't be able to hear the details, but let's use our football IQ. Throwing a punch, right? Must have come from a frustrational situation. I'm asking my brothers. Y'all feel the same way, or I'm bugging?
If I may go first real quick, Sam, please. I think it might have come from a frustration situation, not for a lack of performance or competition. Because remember, man, Abdul Carter, in my opinion right now, is Timothy as far as like the pass rush is concerned, as far as the potential. We know he's got to put it on paper and on tape for sure. But as far as the physicality, it's there. We also know the maturity level of this young man, given the circumstances of the fiasco that happened a couple months ago. That being the case, I think it was frustration, but off the strength of possibly, in my opinion, the offensive lineman just chirping and chirping and chirping non-stop. And eventually it was just chipping and chipping. And I think it just got to Abdul at that point, man. Especially when you out there breathing heavy, sweating, uncomfortable. You got old boy over here just talking in your ear for rep after rep after rep. Like, man, ain't nobody trying to hear that shit no more, bro. You a bum anyways. Who the fuck is Patrick Paul? That's my question. You know what I'm saying? So that's my opinion on that situation. And look, I get it. Scoob, shout out to you. I see you in the chat getting busy. All love. He definitely needs to get his stuff together if he wants that defensive player of the year. He's talking big right now. He has to act big, but I'm willing to cut some slack for a preseason joint practice is all I'm saying. Because if there's anywhere it's going to happen here. Get that shit out now. Because when it comes regular season time, I need
we're not tolerating that.
Right.
Not tolerating that. It's not tolerated. Right.
I envision you becoming, especially with this pass rush. Go ahead, Sam. Tell us how you feel.
Yeah, I probably definitely think it came from frustration, pure speculation. But one of the things that a defensive lineman hates the most is how they get held. They get held. You're getting held so much, your shoulder pad pop out.
Especially if you're getting 8 sacks on the day real quick, because they was getting at him.
Yeah.
So for all we know, Patrick Paul was hemming and hawing, holding them up by the chest plate. My bad, Sam. It's just you feeding me the information, and now it's what I'm saying. But you got it. Go ahead.
Like sometimes they get away with all that holding and shit, and they don't call it. Like, you keep holding me. Like I think that's one of the most infuriating things for a defensive pass rusher when they're trying to get loose and they're obviously being held and they can't get the call. Like, there's holding on every single play. You know what I'm saying? On every play in the NFL, there's holding. It's just the fact that is it going to be egregious enough for it to be called by the referees? Sometimes it's not. You know what I mean? So, but he got to know how to channel that, channel his emotions and things like that. Stay in check, man, because we're not that far from the regular season. And who's to say you won't pop off for something like that again? Like, you don't just turn off and turn on your emotions like a light switch in the game. If somebody else would do the same thing that he did to you or said to you, you're going to do that in a couple of weeks when we're playing in Dallas. That'll be unfortunate for the team. You know what I'm saying?
And the thing about it is, Sam, right, to take two strings with you and Ghost and make it a knot for the great ideas. We don't want you to not be aggressive. We don't want you to not do the things that you naturally do as a gifted player that you are. We're not taking away from his talent. We're not telling them to calm down. We're telling them to be smart. A part of being a great player is having a great football IQ and also understanding your environment. But that leadership role, right? If you want to take that next step in your life and that next step and that next level for the New York Football Giants, there must be a leadership to it all. Right? You didn't hear Brian Burns getting into nothing, right? because he's the leader in this situation. You didn't hear Tremont Edmonds getting into nothing. You didn't hear Deontay Banks or Paulson Adebo. You didn't hear none of the guys that would think you would be like, oh, they might be getting into something. Too much spotlight on you at this moment in a negative way, and too many incidents already in a negative situation in the last 2 years. So that's the reason why this situation is ostracized, right? If this was his first incident, we wouldn't even be talking about it as much probably, because we like, oh, okay, Abdul Carter. But we talking about last year when he had to get benched. This year, the incident with Jaxson Dart, a couple of other things that was taking place, the immaturity. So there's some growing pains, but there's definitely some immaturity there as well. I'm with you, Bo.
Facts, man, facts. Yeah, any final closing statements as far as the brawls and the extracurricular activities?
Keep that fire, but channel that shit.
Exactly.
Same fire, but channel that shit. You know what I mean?
Right. That's it.
Right.
That's all. Right. So y'all know what we doing. We outside, right?
Yeah.
Slide.
On to the next one.
Okay. Take it away, Ghost.
Pass rush. Yes, sir. The Giants' pass rush was absolutely dominant. The primary football storyline, that's all I've been hearing all day long, is that the Miami Dolphins offense was struggling against this pass rush. Straight sack parade. Giants defense logged for 8 sacks during team drills on the day. 3 of them quick sacks. 1 of them by Chauncey Golston blew up the pocket early for 3 quick sacks to start a practice. Absolute lockdown. Miami's first team defense ended its final 2-minute drill in a quick 3 and out, featuring 2 whistle-blown sacks. Talk to me, gentlemen. We've been talking about this for months now, as far as I'm concerned, during the off-season.
Right, Sam, take it away, brother.
Let's take it away, Sam. How do you feel about this pass rush? Are we finally seeing like little glimpses of the possibility for what we're about to see through the season?
It's definitely going to be glimpses because they got too much talent for it not to be. It's all about the mental part of the game for these guys. You know what I'm saying? Putting it together and stay focused on the mission at hand. Go get the quarterback. Ain't nobody running nowhere and running nothing. Like I said before, my biggest thing is the defensive tackle position. But I also want to know, where was Chauncey Golston rushing from? Because he plays a little inside, outside. I want to know where
collapsing that pocket.
Yeah.
Yes,
so if he's moving around from the edge down to the tackle position, and he's able to go ahead and get pressure on the quarterback and get sacks and things like that, that's something I want to further investigate, because that's more fruitful for our defense, man. We're gonna have no reason to have gassed and tired guys come fourth quarter. We should always still have the ability to move these players in and out and keep the defensive line fresh and the damn pressure on the quarterbacks. And being that we have a plethora of players that have the ability to play in a multitude of roles, it's got to be confusing, man. Because you got a guy that's rushing one play and then he's dropping in coverage the next play. You know what I'm saying? So this defense is going to be something that's going to be like, hopefully, it could just be overpowering, man. I think if we could stop that run, and then you got all these pass rushes going after the quarterback that we got, that doesn't fare well for the opponents that we'll be facing, man.
Right. I couldn't even agree more, man. And shout out to Black Freeze, man. Coming in through the back door like a
What up, baby?
an assassin at nighttime, you know what I mean, while you sleeping.
Ninja, man.
Yo,
Right, ninja style.
going on with the family?
Don't cut. Don't cut.
We here, man. You know what it is, man. We here.
You know what it is, bro. We here.
Family. Peace. What's going on?
Yeah, I'm gonna answer that, and then we could heal up, bring it back, come rewind, and let Freezy talk about the first slide. And I'll just get into this real quick, but I won't take too much time because I want to hear his thoughts on the brawl for it all. You know what I'm saying?
Go back real quick. Rewind it real quick.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. So I'm gonna get into the defense, and then I'm gonna let Freeze go on both slides. All right.
Okay.
So the defense right now, man, and you don't even got to put the slide up for me because I've been talking about it since it started. This is what Greenbrier did for these boys, man. Put them in the position to have this stamina, have this callousness, to have this preparation, to be mentally prepared. This is what we're seeing. We're seeing everything that Harbaugh wanted to show us when it comes to this defense. And that's one of the things that we have to give a shout out to. Now you see the difference between having practices and Quest diagnostics, but taking your people away, getting the noise out of their ears, getting away from the city, but most of all, having 18 practices in 24 days. This is what you are prepared for. And look at how they dominated the Miami Dolphins offense today. It was a defensive dominant day. 8 sacks in joint practice, 3 early interceptions by Paulson Adebo and Deontay Banks. Like, look at what's going on out here, man. And this is why when we get on that field versus Dallas, they're going to have to deal with all that. Remember, we didn't see these first team, second teamers out there for too long the first preseason game. I'm telling you now, it's going to look totally different when we run that 11-11 offense and defense versus the Jets. It's going to look totally different, man. Ain't going to be no spot duty. It's going to be starters, and it's going to be pain. And that's what the Dolphins felt today. They felt a small amount of the pain that everybody going to feel this season. And I can't wait for it. It's over to you, Freeze. Welcome, baby.
Peace to the gods. Peace to the gods. What's going on? What's going on?
Like,
Yeah,
Freeze,
we got here.
you know what it is.
Yeah.
Well, going back to the brawl situation, man, we got a lot of situations over here. Abdul Carter punching offensive lineman in the face. Kayvon Tedds pushed somebody on their ass. Balls. Jameis Winston was even in there. You know what I mean? Getting busy. Had the
Lord have mercy.
Give the Lord have mercies out there.
Yeah. I saw a couple of squabbles. I wasn't sure, how it started or what happened. All I know is Miami. It's hot out there, and it's already, get a little extra shot in. Maybe I heard the brother saying, maybe not getting the calls you like from their home team refs that they pay. You know what I mean? And situation where things might get a little heated, man. Especially when you've been whooping somebody, rep by rep. You know what I mean? And now all of a sudden they got an inside move on you, and you grabbing the jersey, and they like, oh, that move ain't working no more. What's going on? Yeah. It can get a little chippy, but I'm glad to see we got fight in this, man. And when we see these things, we just got to remember this shit like hockey on the low. You know what I mean? There's a pent up aggression that can always explode at any given moment. You know what I mean? So, this is the type of game we love here, which is the gladiator sport, football. So, it is what it is. A lot of testosterone on the field, all the way to the point where, I saw some of the brothers getting dehydrated and things like that, blue tenting a little bit. So, it's a man's game. I'm a man. It's one of those type of Jones. So.
Right.
Hey.
Right. And real quick, man, I completely forgot. I had a little clip here from one of the scuffles, man. Let's.
The whole 90.
Yo, it was crazy.
He said, don't come out here with that.
305, right?
Baby.
Don't come out here with that. One more time.
One more time.
Don't come down here with that. It's the 305, baby. You heard him?
Yeah, we heard him.
Yeah. Shout out to the chat, man.
I mean, I know it's a brawl, right, fellas? But come on, man. Let's not act
Yeah,
like
for
we
sure.
ain't smiling from ear to ear on some Joker
Of
shit
course.
right
No, I
now.
love
Come
it,
on,
man. I love it.
I love it,
And
bro. Come
I
on,
think Coach
man.
does too, man. Coach,
Yeah,
he
I
says,
know he
holding is
does,
part
bro.
of the business. That didn't bother me. If you constantly putting hands to the face or high-low blocks, those are the things that really piss me the F off. I hear you, Coach.
You know what I mean?
I hear you. Scoop said, shout out to Banks. I knew Wilson would be a great DC coach for him. Well, that's a fact. Shout out to Keisha. She said, what up, fellas? You know what I mean? Yeah. Scoop said, these slides got me fired up. Let's go. I feel you, man. September 13th can't come soon enough. Pause. False. I said, oh, shit. Yeah, right. Oh, right.
Yeah.
It was getting crazy down there.
Because it's
The
getting
305.
down.
You know what I mean? Karen
Don't bring
said,
that
guys, I
down here
hope we
to the
beat Dallas.
305.
We need momentum for the beginning of the season. This is plenty of momentum right here, Karen. This is exactly the type of energy
Shout out
we
to Karen in
need
the building.
when we show up to Arlington, Texas that day. You know what I mean? 201, my guy. Yes, sir.
Yeah, first
man,
of all,
that's
I'm
what it
putting
was.
this on the jumbo every time before we come out at games. Practices, rather. Putting that on the jumbo. That's all. Listen, man,
That's
I'm
a
good.
fact.
I'm good. I'm good with it.
But yeah, going back to the pass rush dominance, man. Freeze, talk about it real quick, man, while I step away real quick, man.
Yeah,
Break it down.
man,
How
you
you feel
know,
about this?
it's as advertised against a bad team, man. You know, the Dolphins sold their damn whole team out of there. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, they just trying to get through the season. they just trying to get through the season. But now we came out there and showed out. I saw a little clip of Brian Burns. He was like, yo, man, I think we had like about 6 sacks, man. He said, you know, I think we had about 6 or more sacks, 6+. So you know, if that's a situation, then we already know what it is, man. We already know what it is. Everything out there that we thought was going to happen is happening. You know what I mean? Especially against Patrick Paul. You know who that is?
Hell no.
That's their left tackle, baby. You supposed to know that, ain't it?
Listen.
That's their left tackle. Caden Proctor, that's a kid I like. I like that kid. You know what I'm saying? That's their left guard. You know what I mean? Aaron Brewer, that's their center. Jonah, I can never say this name. Saviane, you know what I mean? That's their right guard. Austin Jackson, another kid we was talking about. That's their right tackle. So they kid, you know, they got some children out there, man. And we was whooping on them. We was beating them up, man, left and right.
It was really 8 on the day. It wasn't just 6. It was 8 altogether.
Yeah, 6+. My bad. You know what I mean?
Man.
Huss. Overhand rights. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is what we're supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? So I would have felt away if I would have heard otherwise.
Talk about it.
So
Baby
that's
change.
an offensive line that got treated like that?
That's a fact.
I mean, look, they don't got bums per se. You know what I mean? It's just that our defensive front, right? Lack of experience, man. You know what I mean? Real quick, man. Keisha, Nuck if you buck was ready today. That's a fact. Nuck if you buck. You know what I mean? That's a fact. Karen said, "Let's go, Big Blue."
That's a
Couldn't give
fact.
some more.
All day.
At least 8 diapers was changed today. You know what I'm saying?
At least.
The baby powder, A&D ointment.
Gaga.
That's a fact.
That's a whole fact, man. But yeah, man, any last things to talk about the pass rush before we move on to the other aspects of the defense?
Absolutely not. Good. Everybody good? Because y'all know what we do when we outside.
Man,
We slide.
Listen, we slide. Yo, shout out to these corners, man. That's all I gotta say. Putting into the work, you know what I mean? Tossing the Debo with an interception on 11 on 11s. But the one for me, and you know how I feel about number 3, right? Or number 2, that's his name? Number 2, excuse me.
Yeah, number 2.
Lord Jesus. Out of the 3 dudes that I've been paying attention to as far as the salvageables, Deontay Banks, an interception on the one-on-one drills, turned his head around beautifully, played the snatchies role in the end zone. Talk to me, brothers. How you feeling about this situation right here? Paulson Adebo, Deontay Banks. Are we looking at our CBs 1 and 2?
Start up for Freeze on this one since he just joined in.
Yeah, man. It looks like Deontay back, man. He trying to close down the banks or open up the banks on Sunday. and close him down every, let's see, man, because he's gonna get targeted if he is the number 2. I never truly believed that his coverage skills were lack thereof. It was just turn your head around, son. You know what I mean? And then we'll exhibit the ball skills from there. Pause. My main thing is support the run. I want to see if he's going to be able to do that because that's what keeps you on the field. And you're not a liability. So haven't heard much about that, but everything has been about coverage because he is a corner. So I since the spring, man, they've been talking him up. You know what I mean? And Denard has been pouring life into him since he got here. Harbaugh's been pouring life into him since he got here. You know what I mean? They haven't been treating him like a reclamation project. Also understand that the Giants know that this is a sensitive recovery for the kid. And they never put him in front of the media directly, right? So as good as he's been having a particular camp. So I think that this is real, man. And, I can't wait to see it. And the Pulse and the Debo thing, he kind of reminds me of Darius Slayton, like one of those type of guys at this point in time. Like one of, very mediocre kind of guy.
Say it ain't so, man.
But he could come alive, you know what I'm saying, in certain aspects of the game, you know what I mean, that you didn't expect. You know what I mean? Like Darius Slayton catching that one-handed pass out there in Chicago. You know what I mean? He kind of reminds me of that. You know what I mean? One of those guys that was, got drafted back into the roster, so forth. Got, proved his way and got a bag, got the contract, and now you got to, show and prove and not doing much. And like I said, you're going to see flashes. I'm pretty sure, because he's been flashing the interception thing. So I'm pretty sure he's going to get his hands on a couple because he did prior before he got hurt and he just was dropping them. So we could see the 1 and 2 tandem here with some rotation. But, that's up to Deontay at this point in time. And Paulson, man, you another one. I got to see it, man. Y'all just talking about them makes me think we're going to draft a corner first overall 2027 draft.
Hold on, though. I got some footage, though. Got some footage of a Debo, man. You know what I mean? With the pick. Maybe change your mind a little bit.
Nah, he going to get his hands on a few.
All right.
Okay. Like Willis threw it right to him.
Right to him.
Right to him.
A little bit. You know what I mean? A little bit.
That's
what it looked
he
like.
caught it.
One more
That's all
time.
that matters.
Right.
Yeah, he caught. Yeah, that's a Jackson machine right there.
Yeah.
The Jackson machine getting him up.
Real quick, E, before you start, real quick, E, I gotta address the chat, man. Karen asks, guys, is OBJ going to play? I hope he's gonna play. Yeah, he's gonna start.
Yeah, he's gonna be there. He's gonna be there, Karen. He's
gonna make the touchdown that he should have made last Saturday. That's what he's
gonna
do.
play.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully, give him a quarterback play is the question more likely.
Right,
Karen,
and we got Jay Kane in the building, so hopefully that addresses that whole situation.
Yeah,
Fallside says, thank God for Lele is gone. Yes, fish fillet. I like to call him. Fish fillet.
And crazy though, because they pulled off a 6th-round pick. Oh,
yeah,
6th rounder for nothing.
They up there working Najee.
For real. We was ready to cut him for nothing
up there. Yeah, they getting wicked up there, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Coach says, in all seriousness, teams are gonna eventually learn that when you battle the NY Giants, it'll be clobbering time.
It's clobbering time.
Work. That's a fact, Coach. I got to give you one time. Hold up. One time for you, Coach. Appreciate you. Bang. You know what I mean?
Man.
They're in.
Building.
Shout out to Karen again. Definitely give him the boy. That's what I say, man. He was open all day on Saturday as far as I was concerned. Man, OBJ out there looking smooth.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Salute, Trader Joe is cooking. Yes, he is, School. But talk to me, E, man.
Let's say you take it away because I want to definitely hear what he got to say. Because my brother, he been breaking this thing down for a minute, so I want to hear what he got to say. Yeah, same.
Right.
Y'all know how I feel about posting the Debo. He stole from us. He stole from us last year.
That's why I said go ahead, same.
Yeah, I'm going to that. Bow. Right off the top. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. I feel he stole from us last year. And he had a little injury he had to deal with as well. You know what I'm saying? And then he fresh off a little time off from not being 100% healthy right now. It's his job to lose. He's going to have to keep performing like this. He's going to have to keep making plays to keep his job. As far as Deonte Banks, he's the next man up, man. Today, when I seen him locate the football, I think was one of the best times
Crazy
I
plays.
ever seen him locate the football in the air and play the receiver correctly, as well as disrupt the snatch it away from the dude.
Took it out his hands, saying, talk about it.
If
Took
you
it
seen
right
it-
out his hands.
The hand and eye coordination right there was some of the best I ever seen throughout his whole career, because getting his head around calls was one of
There you go.
Had to show
One
it,
more
man.
again. One more
I
again.
had to show it. I'm sorry, Sam. I had to. 'Cause you was talking
One
about
more
it,
again.
and
Look
I
at
was
the
thinking about
recovery
it,
speed.
and
Look
I
at
knew
the
I had
track
the
it.
footage. One
Oh,
more
look.
time.
One more again.
That's all he ever had to do, bro.
Step for
That's
step.
all he always been step for step,
Step
mirroring
for
all of
step.
that. He's always had the skill set to do that. All he had to do was whip that big ass head around Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah, brother.
he has the physical ability to stay with players, fast, tall,
Big, strong.
strong. Thank you, yo. You exactly what I'm thinking, man. Like he's able to cover those type of players, man. Like I don't know if they're gonna want him to like lock down one side. They're gonna be playing a man that travels, but I believe if you restore the confidence in this guy and call plays that are to his strength of abilities while playing the game, is only going to be fruitful for the whole team. You know what I mean? Like what we had passed with the other guy, like I said, I get upset about it, thinking about it now, having him off 9 yards of a damn wide receiver. Like they was like just giving him completions and things like that. That wasn't his game. His game is what you just saw, man. That little one-on-one action right there.
Press man coverage.
I need him to continue to do things like that and keep the pressure on Paulson and Debo, because you owe me a couple dollars and a lot
Yeah,
more.
because we should have never had to pay him.
He was the best that was on the market, just like Javon Holland. Those two have that in common. When I think of one, I think of the other. When both of them stole a little bit last year.
Stole that shit.
Yeah, they stole that shit. We're gonna need that. We're gonna definitely have to employ that. They stole that shit, man. So this year, I'm expecting them to stay as healthy as possible, and when they out here, make plays, or make them throw to someone else, which means hopefully it'll be Banks on the other side getting tested and making people pay.
That's a fact, man. That's a fact. And look, I ain't gonna hold you, man. I've been a Deonte Banks fan since he got drafted. I thought he was our guy. Showed flashes when Wink was here, Wink left, just faded into obscurity. I feel great, man. I'm happy that he has the opportunity, a sensei in the building that knows how to bring the best out of him, knows how to make sure he got the heart when he goes out down that field. Because look, man, let's not forget, man, he was a first round pick. The only other person that went before him that was worth their weight as far as the cornerback is concerned is Christian Gonzalez. And look where he's at right now up in New England, battling for a long-term contract, because we talked about that not too long ago. So, man, let's go. Banks is going to be closed on Sundays, man.
Here we go. Right? Two-part situation. I'm going to condense it and break it down. Paulson and Debo, you stole that shit. And now we need to see the money in recovery. You know what I'm saying? We need to see the ROI. For those of you that don't know what that means, it's the return on investment. Gave a lot of capital to this dude. And he did not show up last year. Doesn't matter if you were injured. Availability is your best ability. And that's what we pay you for. to be on the football field. I do believe the flashes that we've heard of and what we know is this his third interception in actual completion, but about his fifth or sixth with him getting hands on pass breakups so far in training camp. He's been somebody that's been talked about. He's coming off a little knick-knack, paddywhack. That's on him. But obviously stepping back today on the field and joint practice and showing that meant nothing and he's there. I don't care if it was thrown to him. I'm happy that you caught it. That's all that matters to me because you've missed a lot of those in the past and you missed a couple of them last season. That was right in your hands. You know what I'm saying? And you dropped them. So those do affect games. They flip the field for us. They give possessions back to us. And that allows points on the boards depending on where you actually catch an interception at. You feel me? If we are in their territory and you get one, you give us a short field and advantage for our offense. So good job in maintaining, catching the ball, concentrating, and going back upfield with it. I'm moving you out the way because you stole that shit regardless. You feel me? Now let's talk about my son. Let's never forget why Deonte Banks was brought to the New York Football Giants. He was brought here for three reasons. Their names was A.J. Brown, Terry McLaurin, and C.D. Lamb. That's the reason why that boy was brought here. Big, long, strong, and can have his recovery speed like no other when he's got his mind right. We saw the flashes that was aforementioned when Wink Martindale was here. He was also learning how to play zone coverage, learning that as well. But we all know what happened. But I'm so hyped with Denard Wilson being back in the building and allowing this young man to play free, allowing this young man to play with his gifts, but most of all, allowing this young man to develop and get his confidence back to the point where he's having fun again. Football is meaningful again, and he's back in love with the game that he's loved since he was a little kid and is paying off dividends for us. We have not heard one thing about Deonte Banks this entire training camp, except for improvement, and fluidity. Proud to see it happen. My last line on this, he will be the New York Giants comeback player of the year. Stamping it.
Okay. Sound about right.
Gotta give it one time. You know what I mean? Shout out to the chat real quick, man. Karen says, agree 100%, use his strengths. Yeah, man, Deonte Banks, man, despite the noise and all that, I did not give up on that young man, bro, at all. Volume of Take says, yo, salute.
Ace, what's up, baby?
Is that Ace? Okay.
That's Ace.
We might need some correspondence,
yes,
I don't know.
Yo, Greg says, WSG Giants family. Pause after that big, long, and strong comment. Hey,
Greg in the building.
Indeed. Yes, sir. You know what I mean? And then he said, not Malik Neighbors? I might need some clarification, fam. I ain't going to hold you. What that mean? You know what I mean? But a shout out to LRP in the building. Oh, man. Round of applause.
LRP.
Talk to you, fam.
What's going on, family?
Got the whole family in the building, huh?
Family.
Yeah,
Right.
what's going on?
That's a
I think Ace was referring to comeback player of the year. As far
He
as
said not neighbors. Okay.
not neighbors, like
Right.
that's what I
I mean,
think.
I don't know.
I don't want to speak.
We
on,
know.
but that's
Good
what I
catch
think.
there. I think that was right. Sound about right.
We know Neighbors what he could do. I just don't think that everybody knows what Deonte could do. I think that's might be the differentiation right there. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That was what that was. But yo, LRP man, talk to me, fam. You were the
Say
only
again,
man
sir?
that wasn't here. Nah, yeah, talk to me, LRP. You were the only man that wasn't here. How you feeling about this DB situation? Paulson Adebo and Deonte Banks made some interceptions here today, fam. One of them in the end zone.
Yeah,
Talk to me, man. How you
I
feeling?
saw. Yeah, I saw both of them. Shout out to Malik Willis. That's not. I'm not taking nothing away from the brothers here, though. You play who's in front of you, and the ball was in front of Paulson, and Deonte said, "Give me that shit on his." So he just took it from him. But Hey, I ain't got no complaints. I like what I'm seeing. I'm especially liking what I'm seeing from Banks because it seems like he has a good environment for his skill set to flourish, and many others. So, hey, man, I'm all for it.
Stole
Right.
that shit.
It's a fact.
Yeah, he
Scooby
stole
says,
that shit, son.
he straight stole it. Scoob says, anything going on with Colton Hood? He been quiet. Has he been playing well? They talking about that at all? I've been looking up and down. Not a lot of noise coming out the joint practices as far as Colton Hood is concerned. Scoob, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. You know what I mean? But I'm not worried. At worst, he's gonna be our third best cornerback. I don't think everybody here on the panel might disagree with me at this point.
Yeah,
Given
or
the
fourth,
circumstances.
depending on because what happened with Newsom.
Newsom, correct. He's the only odd man
Yeah.
out in this conversation.
I'm
And
expecting.
Ace says, Banks still open until he show me they can be closed.
Those are
I
facts.
understand. I can dig it. That's what I said when my monologue. I don't know if they open or closed. Are they open? Are they
I ain't
closed?
mad at you.
Mhm.
I ain't mad at you.
don't
I mean,
know.
yeah, a couple of
Greg
days ago.
says,
Go ahead.
you're right. So after today's performance, does the first team get longer than a series Saturday?
Hopefully they
We'll
ramp
see,
it up, Greg.
Greg.
Hopefully they
We'll
ramp it
see.
up.
Yeah, they're gonna have to probably ramp it up a little
You know
bit.
what I'm saying? Knock some
Little
of the
bit.
rusty off
Right.
like they did today.
Right.
Unless they score a touchdown on the first drive. They score a touchdown on the first drive, is over with.
Get him out of there.
Yeah, they gotta get him out.
Yeah, ain't no reason to ain't no reason to be there. Get them out of there.
Right.
Yeah, facts.
Get 'em out of there.
From the sounds and looks of things, it might be the situation come Saturday. So we're gonna see, man. But real quick, LRP, because you came sneaking in through the back door, snatching your drink out the kitchen before you sat down at the bar. Let's talk about the brawl real quick and the pass rushing dominance. Let's try to condense that into real quick little soliloquy. The brawl, Abdul Carter punching a offensive tackle. Kayvon Tids put somebody on their ass. Jimmy Winston got busy, as well as our defensive pass rush getting 8 sacks on the day.
What else,
Let's
Scoop?
go.
Hey, man, I could be quick. First off, I ain't gonna say shit about the fight because I don't want Hall Monitor as NFL all of a sudden start doing some shit for week 1. So I'm gonna ask all Giants fans to please. I know I can't. It's gonna happen, but you know how Hall Monitor, the dry snitching ass motherfuckers be. Before you know it, we gotta deal with some shit with week 1, where motherfuckers like, oh well, he did this, and y'all, I ain't doing that. So that's it. As far as the pass rush, dominance, love to see it. We knew it was gonna happen eventually. The Miami Dolphins got a taste of it, but again, it is the Miami Dolphins. I know a lot of people are saying that they don't have a lot of talent. Maybe that's up to par, but like I said, domination. Love to see it. We'll see how it goes again on Saturday. But hey, them boys is coming. This defense is ferocious, like the coach said.
Right. Yeah, man. But now that we're done talking about the defense, let's get into the offense a little bit, man. So you know what we do when we outside?
We slide.
We slide. So the offense, man, they was getting busy, man. Jaxson Dart put together what beat writers have said his best practice of training camp. Dart looked completely in control, finishing the day unofficially for 16 of 22 or 17 of 21 in 11 on 11 drills. 2 of his incompletes were intentional spikes. He threw 1 interception to Dolphins rookie linebacker Jacob Rodriguez, but otherwise stated that he felt he played clean when he was up at the podium. Made many a play to Isaiah Likely, who looks to be our second receiver on the team. But let's not forget about Malachi Fields. He was getting out there busy too, you know what I mean? So he's definitely in the conversation as far as targets are concerned. But let's not forget about Calvin Austin or Darnell Mooney. Calvin Austin made a nice little touchdown for the day. Theo Johnson was out there making some plays as well. So, talk to me, Sam. How you feeling about this offense right now? Are you liking what you're seeing? Are you liking the new Jack City out there? Poised, calm, collected underneath center. making the plays that he needed to do in order to get us to the promised land come the regular season.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Use that for what it's worth. You know what I mean? To build your confidence, because evidently, from what I'm seeing as a collective, the Dolphins are a bad team. And what you're supposed to do with bad teams is put them away, stomp them out, score. You know what I'm saying? Like things like that. When you have the ability to dominate a team as a whole and take their heart, their oomph, and they want and desire to compete in a game, and this is practice. So, do they play them this weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Played them on Saturday.
So they're literally getting their heart snatched throughout the week. By the time the game starts, they're not going to have nothing left. They're going to know a little bit about one another. They're going to want to get a little payback on one another. Now, who can do that the smartest? Who could ever get their payback the smartest way with technique and staying on the legal side of the flag is going to be the victor in that. You know what I mean? Hopefully it's going to be more the same, because we already are mentally inside your head. You know what I mean? From what we did throughout the week. Malachi Fields continues to show up, man. Every time I turn around, he's catching a 50-yard bomb. You know what I mean? Isaiah Likely, very active, short, medium passes. You know what I mean? Calvin Austin, like I said, that's his slot position to have. Well, he'll be on the field playing that position, but the way Likely is moving around and catching that football, man, he's going to be a problem. I don't know who they're going to put out there to try to guard him, but he's going to be a problem. And then if they go double tight end with the kid Theo Johnson, and he finds some reliability in those hands of his, he'll be pretty good. I always like Jameis Winston as a backup veteran, because his mind frame saves a couple of those young boys. You know what I'm saying? With the little chip me atmosphere when they got into little scrum and shit, and they said he was diving in the pile and things like that. He probably was, pulling somebody over there by their ankles and stuff like that off the pile and shit, and they don't like that. Somebody said something about a kicker hitting damn near 70 yard. I think School was said that in the chat or something, man. Like, hopefully the special teams are out there doing the things they need to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We're gonna talk about that too.
That's a great completion percentage by Dart and things like that. So a lot of those passes did go to Likely, and they're building a great rapport. So going forward, I expect them to keep working on that and become more mismatch. Move him around, get him who you want him going against. You know what I'm saying? So that'll help him identify the defenses as well. If you keep him moving around, all right, they're in zone, boom. You know what I mean? So moving in the right direction.
Man. That's a fact. Couldn't agree more, man. Real quick, man. I completely forgot, man. We have some Isaiah Likely tape on deck, real quick, man. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Likely things.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Making plays. You know what I mean?
For real.
He out there making plays.
Come on, practice. Yeah.
Ooh. Nice little cutback.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they
contact
guys
balance.
Mike Masala from Dolphins Wire.
Yeah.
He out there today at the joint practice said that Isaiah Likely was doing what he wanted.
Yeah.
Basically having his way with things. And let's not forget, man, shout out to Scoop. She mentioned this. The bomb to Fields. Looking serious out there with
what
the
my
back
son
shoulder.
do? I need that one more again.
With the back shoulder. Pay attention.
Yeah. Yeah. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing. And first of all, let's talk about the fact that he blew by him like that. Let's get that out.
Right, because they was talking crazy, E. Talk
Yeah,
about it with the
yeah.
fofo and the faux dome.
Yeah. Like I
was talking
told you,
crazy.
strides, being a tall wide receiver, y'all talking about straight line speed. I'm telling you, it's all about strides. The moment that you get in that hand fighting situation and you get up and underneath a cornerback's underarm and you're able to move him away with your offhand, your strides will allow you to get in front of him. And he's a long strider. So guess what? You're going to see a lot of those type of things during the regular season. Go ahead and play him straight up.
Yo,
And
that's a
he ain't
nice,
even grown into his NFL body yet.
that's a nice football Jaxson Dart through that shit. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Dart.
Ooh, wee.
We caught that shit.
Smooth.
Nice.
Smooth.
Caught
Let
that
me
shit.
play one more time.
We caught
Hold
that
on,
shit.
hold on.
We stole that shit.
One more time. One more time.
Ooh.
It's a back shoulder,
Mm.
man. He wasn't even looking back. He looked back like, you know what I mean, like quick little.
That kid
Yeah,
catches
it's
everything.
where it
more-
needed to be.
He catches
Over
everything,
the
bro.
top, right?
Yeah, look.
Yeah, right.
Look at the situation.
Over the top, over the shoulder.
He
right
catches
there.
Over the top
everything.
on the
Right
outside
man.
shoulder.
Yeah.
Mm.
Toma. Number 21 couldn't do nothing. Nothing.
Nothing, bro. Nothing. He was 2 steps behind anyway. Look. Now I don't want you to leave.
Right. But go ahead, E man, break it down, fam. Talk to me about your son, Malachi Fields, Isaiah Likely. Well, that's Isaiah Likely is LRP son. Excuse
Yeah, that's
me.
LRP, son. But you know what? We just stay family. That's
break
how
it
we
down,
gonna do
man.
it. Let's
Break
talk about
down
the
the
family.
family.
First of all,
Offense, right?
again, right? I expressed this to everybody early in the season. They talked about how Jaxson Dart was struggling mightily here and there and all of that situation. And I told everybody, right? And this is just a testimony to him. He's not going to play against his friends every week. You understand me? When you play against your boys who are ferocious and animal cubs, the way that he's got to go through this now in practice with the additions on the defensive end of these monsters that are there every week in practice, it's going to seem like it's light love when it comes to going less against lesser opponents. But let's not start there. Let's start last season. This is the same kid that went against the top defenses in the NFL and held his own better than any of us expected in his first season. He saw all that pain by baptism through fire in his rookie season. Now he's got a better defensive squad coming for his head, Bo, every day in practice. So when he get against the little Dolphins, it ain't nothing. Got fish food to this boy now, bro. He gonna eat. And I can't wait for us to run into lesser defenses during the season and he put performances on just like this. Because he's gonna see much lesser defenses than he seen last season. And I can't wait for him to be as poised and as ready as he is. I don't even gotta talk about the wide receivers because they gonna do what they need to do regardless. It's happening, bro. It's coming together, it's gelling. No, we not crowning nobody, but it feels good. We ain't going to allow that to be taken away from us. Giants fans have suffered long enough. This is what we've been waiting for. That shit has arrived. We stole that shit.
That's a fact. That's a fact, man. But Black Freeze, talk to me, man. How you feel about the offense right now? How you feeling about the
man,
Isaiah
yeah,
Likely
man.
doing like some things?
Yeah, all the brothers, man, said everything eloquently. I think pretty much, you know, it's to a point now to where we notice the Nard Wilson defense is just going to be aggressive and suffocating opposing offenses. Because, you know, when you hit your quarterback say, hey, it's good to play against other jerseys. He's not just saying it just because of the look. It's because, man, we can't even throw none of our deep stuff. You can't even work on it. You can't even do the install messing with these guys. So that lets you know that pass rush is about to be crazy. The only thing with the offense that, you know what I'm saying, outside of, you know, all of the wonderful things with Isaiah Likely and, you know, of course, Malachi Fields, man, that kid is just astounding. When we made that trade that day, man, I knew something special was coming. I was just like, hold on, bro, relax. Yo. And when it came through, and I realized what they paid for it, I had to look into him a little deeper, pause, but realized real quick that this kid was going to be a stud, man, based off of, you know, highway speed, position and need, plus just the way he got at the ball. He attacked the ball in the sky. You know, everything's a diamond in the air with him. He's like, you know, down with the Rock Nation or something. The kid is, you know, very athletic, man, and you know his willingness to learn. All I keep hearing about from other people, especially you know at the podium. So, you know, every time everybody talk about him, they shine, man. They just you know just start smiling, and so it's just let me know, man, that this kid is going to be a special portion of this season. Now, is he the wide receiver number 2? It's looking like that's what they want. They're pushing him with the first team, so. You know, that's the blessing. We already knew Isaiah Likely was definitely going to be, you know, the Wandelli of this season. But instead of him having, you know, all of these hooks and stuff coming, you know, going towards the sideline, he's coming, you know, towards the middle of the field. So, you know, Isaiah Likely definitely is, you know, is looking like as advertised. And the only thing that concerned me a little bit, we ain't hear nothing about no run game. We ain't hear nothing about no Tracy. We ain't hear nothing about no Scat. We ain't hear nothing about no. What happened? You know, did they not flash, or they just, you know, was getting the stuff? I didn't really see much about the run game. I was looking forward to seeing if we were able to run on this particular no-name defense. But I know they got Josh Uche and all that, all of them out there. Jordan Brooks, I see. But yeah. I like what the offense is doing now because, you know, finally they get to have some progression with some of the installs. And, you know, hopefully we get to see, like the brothers were saying, see them on, you know, the first team, man. Let them get some reps during the preseason, man. Let them loosen it up. Put some WD-40 on the joints. Go out there and loosen up. And, you know, that'd be nice to see. But ultimately, offense is coming along, man. Work in progress.
If I can say real quick.
Progress indeed. Yeah, LLP, take it away, man. We're about to just go to you for sure. Talk about it.
No, I just wanted to put out there for Ace. He said I'd like to hear more about our interior defensive line. DJ Reader scored a sack today against. You know what? I was gonna say his name till I looked over to my left at it, and then I'm not gonna do it. He beat somebody for a sack today. Let's just put it like that. And then Chauncey Golston also got himself a sack today.
Claps the pocket a couple times, I heard. Yep.
Yeah, so he got his bread. Who was Chop Robinson got involved? He beat Illuminor twice, so I'm going to be looking for that matchup on Saturday. You know, Chop Robinson got involved, so I'll be looking at that. But Drew Phillips got a sighting. He got a sack on Willis today as well. So we was getting involved, man. They said it was more than 6 sacks. I know we got the offense up now, but just a couple of highlights and notes that I wanted to get out there while I had them on top of thought. Right. But yeah, go ahead, bro.
You know, real quick, man. Chat's getting crazy over here. Coach said Miami is one of the worst teams in the league, and teams like those, you have to treat them like Mike Tyson did to Mike Spinks. First round knockout. Hashtag night.
You ready to go night?
Meal, put him to sleep. That's a fact, man.
Goes along with what I was saying, man. Evidently, as a collective, that's a bad team. We supposed to spank them. We ain't got no choice but to do that.
Talent. That's a fact.
I don't want to see our team playing down to our competition.
No
we
more.
seen that type of shit.
No
you know
longer.
What I'm saying? Yes, sir.
That's a fact. Ace said, y'all know the wide receiver saying, if I'm even, I'm leaving.
That's a fact.
He also said, so can we put Fields in the 17, snatch that right off when we back? I ain't gonna lie to you, Ace. I kind of want to see him in the 88.
88, boy. 88.
That's me, though. That's
88. Me. That ain't just you. 88, yo.
88.
That's what he need.
Greg said, we suffered long enough. And I couldn't agree more. Enough's enough, goddammit. And then Scoop says, not Giants related, but Mendoza threw a pick 6. Yikes. Back to schedule program. I'm glad I got thought. Look, man, he's a rookie. He's going to make mistakes.
He got to learn. He got to
was
learn.
A mediocre quarterback draft.
Kirk
For
Cousins
me, he's
clone.
Kirk Cousins 2.0. Right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Freeze. One more time real quick. I got to give you the, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he looks
Click,
just like
clack.
you.
You know what I'm saying? One time.
Spider-Man me.
And What else here? TT is in the dog house. Tyrone Tracy. Look, Ace, I feel you. But I think it's going to make him that much better.
From
That
what
boy's
I
hungry.
saw, what I saw, he was getting first team reps. They were splitting him, Scat, and Singletary.
Don't count him out is all I can say. Never. Yeah, run game was silent. A little bit. It was more of the air situations, right, Scoob? You know what I mean? That's what it was coming out of the whole joint practice situation.
Yeah, I saw. Najee scored one on the third team.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
he did.
I saw that.
But
E
that
up there
is-
singing Tony Tone, it feels good.
Yeah.
Right.
Tony,
Yeah,
Tony
Scoop
had
says,
better
oh
than-
yeah, 88. I forgot about that. Right, Scoop? Think about that for a little bit. 88.
Mhm. 88,
Malachi
baby.
Fields. Just a little bit. Let it marinate. You know what I mean? But listen, brothers, anything else to say about this offense before we move on to a little special teams activity and conversations, if what have you?
No, sir.
No, yeah, we got everything. Yeah.
Sound good to
Move
me.
the chain.
You know what time it is when we outside? We slide. And yo, look, Zavada out there getting busy. He was 5 for 5. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, he made Scoop was in the chat earlier. You sure, Scoop, he made a 70-yarder or something like that? I don't know. Get back to the Scoop. But look, most of the points was Dominic Zavada. Got down to the goal line. They ended up having to give it to him. But the one lone touchdown that made the most noise was the Calvin Austin situation. If I'm not mistaken, I want to say it was the 11 on 11s, but I could be mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. Dolphins had no real activity. And again, 8 sacks on the day towards their end. Plus side on our defense. Talk to me, Sam. How you feeling right now? You feeling confident about the special teams? You feeling confident about this offensive line? Bringing it down the field to, at the very least, be able to put up points on the board?
Like I said, this is a bad team. You're supposed to dominate. You're supposed to impose your will. This is like a practice where the other team's not even trying hard. They're not good enough. You know what I'm saying? Like let's keep it all a buck there, man. This is a team that you're better than. So you don't need to play down to the level or nothing like that. You need to go down there and impose your will. And matter of fact, try a few different things, because maybe they didn't run much, but I remember seeing the game not long ago. Well, it was a long time ago, but it was a real NFL game, man. Bill Belichick ran every single play one game. There was a game where they didn't throw the ball not one time, bro.
Yeah, is
And
that
they-
the
and they-
high win game? Where
And
the
they
wind was
won the
whipping?
game. And they won the game, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, so I'm not even sure that the weather was really that bad or anything like that. I think that's just where he thought his advantage was against that team. This team can't stop the run. We're just gonna run and run and run, and maybe this team is just, they can't stop the pass. They can't get to the quarterback and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we might have just been going to what was working. Like, we're going to keep going to this until you stop us. And look, with all those highlights, it looked like there wasn't much stopping going on, man. It was pretty much draw it up, scripted like this, run that play, boom. You know what I mean? And what's my man name? I keep thinking of Waller, not Waller. What's the tight end name? Oh,
Who?
Likely. Yeah, that's what I'm
Waller
saying.
crazy.
Yeah, he's all over the field. Likely all over the field, man. Highs, lows. You know what I mean? He's catching these footballs in man and zone. He's getting the rapport with the receivers. That's going to be really good for us going down in the future, because you're going to have to count on some of these players to know where they need to be and actually bail out the quarterback sometime once he starts scrambling back there, playing that backyard football, you know what I mean? So that's something that they definitely have to implement and part of their game. Like, We're gonna script the unscripted plays. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the type of things that be happening when you got a quarterback like Jaxson Dart. When you start to feel pressure in the pocket and things like that, if he's not climbing the pocket or moving around in the pocket, he's gonna escape the pocket, but always with his eyes downfield. So these wide receivers, I'm talking about the offenses. Yeah. We talk about special teams, though. I was going in on the offense.
Go ahead, man. Because look, at the end of the day, the offense got down there.
Mm-hmm.
They did the 3 and out, and the Dominic Zavada had to pick up the slack. So it's all good, fam.
Because that reminded me of that part.
Yeah.
Hold on, that reminded me of the different world. What the hell was that?
Yeah, I started going in on the offense, man.
Right.
There's a lot of competition there, and then with the special teams.
Is that same?
Yeah, that gotta be me. Hold on.
A little bit. What's the word I'm looking for?
Yeah.
Feedback.
They
Right.
tried
Yeah, that was that part in a different world when the dude stood up in math class and started talking about Ethiopia. And he was like, "Oh, you're talking about math."
Right. But yeah, while Sam gets that under control, LRP, man, break it down. How you feel about us getting down there with only a Calvin Austin situation to be called, you know? And look, if Zavada 5-5 made his field goals, I ain't gonna hold you though, LRP. I want to see touchdowns, man. I'm not trying to see field goals. Talk to me.
Absolutely. All day. But the special, we got a special teams coach. So, and we saw it in the game film last
phase of the game.
During Minnesota, where you can see folks is actively enjoying playing the role of getting down the field, getting the tackle, or if it's on the other side, making sure that everybody's assignment is straight and all that. So I got no problems with it, man. I keep mine short and sweet. I do want to see touchdowns too, but I'm glad that we got a young, kung fu kicker right there to do his thing when we need it. Yeah, and we'll see what it's like when it's, especially in New York, when that wind get to blowing. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I ain't got no problems with it.
That Meadowlands A ain't nothing to F with, man. That's a fact. But talk to me, Freeze, man. How you feel about the special teams getting involved? Calvin Austin with his 20-yard reception over safety Zane Anderson.
Yeah, man. Excuse me. Yeah. Dominic Zavada, man, been booming, man. He's been booming. High pressure, the high pressure 40-yarder. That's what I'm looking for, because that's where the kid has been, lacking under, short range kicks, under high pressure situations. I don't think the conditions is going to be an issue for him. I think his issue is going to be, when the lights is on and the pressure's up. But this kid could boom it. Just like Scoob said, I read on one of the beat writers said he boomed something that could have been deemed a 76-yarder. So, Harbaugh know what he's doing with that phase. Well, all phases really, but definitely that phase. And it's a good thing, Calvin Austin finally getting some pay dirt, all of the work he put in since the spring. A lot of that showing off, man. And hopefully that, that translates to touchdowns for us, when it come game day. But good to see that, although that was the lone score, as far as touchdowns, tutties are concerned, Calvin was a part of that. Then it, got put in a situation to where Dominic had to finish the deal, and he did, man, under pressure. So appreciate that on a hot summer Miami day, but there's more work to do. So we'll see what happens come preseason, man. Hopefully we get put in more complex situations than we were versus Minnesota.
Right. It's a fact. E, the chosen, man. Talk to me. How you feel about the Prada Zavada 5-for-5 40-yarder in a high pressure situation to close out the 2-minute drill? Talk to me.
It's a blessing. It's everybody on this damn panel and everybody in this damn chat and everybody is listening in was upset as hell years ago when we didn't even have a damn kicker going into the Washington game. Mm-hmm. You feel me? And that's the void. That's egregious. And to see this young man come in here and give us some type of hope, but I'm going to take it a little step further. Watch how I piss everybody off just to bring them back to reality. How many times we've been on the losing end of a record-scoring field goal against us and broke our goddamn hearts? Exactly. So I think it's time that we start being a part of that too. Y'all not feeling well? Well, we got a messed up drive, and we go, he needs to kick a 62-yarder, and we over here like, yo, you know what? That's something I don't think we ever did in our career, man. Now, in Giants history, had anybody ever kicked anything past 61, 62 yards, a game winner? We damn sure been the victims of it.
Not that I recall of. Not that
Right.
I can recall
But we
of.
damn sure have been the victims of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So guess
That's a
what?
fact.
Our time is here, bro. I'm so happy we got this young man. The 40 below. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what those is. I already showed it to everybody. So it's time for us to walk into a stadium and stole that shit. Because we've been on the other end of it. The Jake Elliott's, the Graham Gano's. Come on, man. How many times have we been in Heartbreak Hotel? It's time for us to start kicking some people in the face. Welcome. And I love every minute of it.
That would be 57 yards by Rojas.
And that's it? That's it. Now I need something with a 6 in front of it.
Yeah, that's the longest field goal in New York Giants history. It's 57 yards.
Come on. Nah, I need what I need.
He's actually tied with Graham Gano because he also made a 57-yarder in 2022.
And what was it that Graham Gano kicked against us? 64? We was in Minnesota when we lost to Minnesota that year?
That was 60 plus, I think, right?
Mm-hmm. And the one that Jake Elliott hit against us, we played the Eagles.
That was,
yeah, that was like 61, 62.
Come on, man. I need that in my life. I want to be a part of that.
Mm-hmm.
I want to break somebody's heart. Where we got a drive that stalled, and the field goal unit come out, and we be like, you know what? Let's see what's going on, and we walk off in victory.
And if I'm wrong on that chat, let me know. But I think it was 61, 62.
Yeah, I need that.
It's a fact. Real quick, talking about chat, man.
Drop my cake.
Good job. Barry says we deserve this as far as the kick is concerned. That's a fact, man. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe for the tribe.
That's my young one right there. That's a good job, Mari.
Good job.
What up, John?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, man. You know what I mean? Scoop says, I will
If you
ever cursed by the Panthers 60 plus kick. I hate you. Try to tell you I hate you. Greg said we can give some of that 60-yard love back. Now that's a fact. Got to give him one time. Hold on. For you, Greg, got to cop it. Let it go. Pause. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Any other closing statements as far as special teams and any other things that you'd like to see about this offense?
move the chains, first down.
That's all I can say. That's a fact.
All right, Calvin Austin, for getting your name mentioned. That's all I'm saying.
Right. He had a touchdown for 20 yards, man. He made some plays.
Yeah,
He may be a sneak flex pick, you know what I'm saying, in fantasy. You know what I mean?
Real quick, man, I gotta say this too much too, man. There's some rumors going out there as far as like inquiries for Mooney. Do you think that Joe Shane's gonna make some Trader Joe situations with Mooney?
Or if that
I'm
happened,
keeping real with you. I ain't hear nothing about him all camp.
If that happened, then Bills might get to 17.
I ain't hear nothing about him all camp. I ain't gonna lie to you. He wasn't on my radar either before we got him. Respectfully.
All I'm gonna say, I ain't gonna be mad.
Yeah, I mean,
I wasn't like that. Ain't gonna hurt my heart. He can go ahead and go. Let's be real.
What they did with Falele, I gotta be honest with you. Yeah,
He one of those, man. Mooney one of those, man.
now we know, but
We know what he is. I'm just saying he ain't. Yeah,
move some of those wide receivers back on that.
Yeah, but
right.
he
Not bad. They
Yeah.
Slayton, but
Yeah.
nobody don't want that contract.
yeah. That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
Slayton
they got
is
room.
like the Cal Bridges.
For Mooney, I'm with it.
That would be the room to make some. I mean, to make some room, especially if you want to keep a spot for Odell, and Fields is definitely coming along. I think a lot more quicker than they anticipated. So, if you got guys like that, and then Malik Neighbors is ahead of schedule and on track or whatever. So, I mean, I would like us to keep Mooney, but based off of what you said, Ghost, if that's true, if that's true, and we are in the color commentary situation to talk about it, that would be the room to make some moves. And if you can get
Let me
some
ask you a
capital
question,
for it,
LRP. To add to your wisdom. I want your wisdom to keep going. If you wake up tomorrow and see that Darrell Mooney was traded for a 4th or 5th rounder, how would you feel?
first I say, who the fuck is Darrell? But
Yeah,
I'm
but
just
say-
joking.
Darnell, whatever.
Darnell.
Give a fuck what his name is. I don't care about his personal. I'm just keeping it real with you. Like, he is not nobody that I feel anything about, but the question was towards you, my brother.
I know, I'm just joking. Nah, it'll be. I mean, shit. Y'all saw what I sent you in the text when I got the Filet news. My son,
That's
you know what I'm
crazy.
saying? I'm not running from nobody.
Fish fillet.
We got a 6 for him, no LRP. We got a 6
Fish
though.
fillet.
Hey, we got to
Said
see.
Shorty just got her stitches out.
They just went right away from the question. It's the
No,
lady.
I ain't running away from it. I'm coming back to it. I'm just
I bet.
using that as a pedestal or catapult to say I would do the same thing. Like, oh well, you know,
Right.
show must go on.
That's all I wanted to hear. Thank you. Because that's the feel, pause. That is what isn't it's synonymous with his name. You know what? Here we go. This is going to be really cool. We would feel hurt if we woke up tomorrow and found out Odell Beckham wasn't here. But we would not be hurt if Darrell Darnell wasn't here.
Darrell Darnell.
See what I'm saying? Like, that shit is real.
Nah,
Yeah, it is.
you know what? You know what's crazy is the addition of Odell Beckham, Barrios, and then of course, unfortunately, gone now, Juju Smith-Schuster, kind of spelled a lot of things for the Neighbors. But now that Neighbors is looking like he's coming along to a degree, week one is a possibility. It kind of shifts everything backwards. All the cards get shifted backwards. So
Right.
Mooney's situation, isn't as vital as it was. Calvin Austin's just fitting in there. Although I've heard, Mooney was making plays, but they weren't noted him, being, anything that stands out according to some of the beat writers. I'm not there, but I would say that either chosen one is correct. I wouldn't miss it. And once again, I'd rather it be 18 than 17, but the situation as it may is what it is. But because remember, I don't know if anybody heard him, but Joe Shane, as they were interviewing him during the Giants broadcast during the Vikings preseason, he said, man, we already talking to teams. If we have a surplus in one area and they don't have a surplus in an area, I'm talking to them, trying to, get things going. He said, we'll get things going right after this first preseason game here. So we see the Filet information. Right. So now we know exactly what's about to happen, man. Everything about to ramp up. Everybody trying to clean out their roster, make them stronger in certain areas. And we know
we're better for him to go than Miami. They ain't got no real wide receiver competition down there.
Yeah, I would hate that for him. I want him to go somewhere to win, but as long as it's not the NFC East, I don't care.
Right. That's what I'm talking about. You go all the way to the AFC East.
Colts could use another pass catcher.
Facts.
We'll see what happens, but I wouldn't cry. I wouldn't cry about it.
Real quick, man. Volume of Take says send both 17 and 18. Pack them both up, huh?
Right.
Damn.
Thank you.
Thank you,
luggage. Yeah.
Know what I mean?
Yeah. Right hand and left hand on the plane.
Okay, then.
Get them on it, man. But yeah, man, we reaching the 1 hour and a half hour mark here real quick, man. Let's get some closing statements up out of here, man. We talked about the joint practice. We're ready for the Saturday pregame. Same talk to me, man. Hit him with the closing statements.
Yeah, man. Competition, man. We still got competition all over the field. Channel your emotions, man, and use it in a manner where you won't get flagged for it, man. Especially if you're better than your opponent. You know what I mean? Turn that frustration into something more fire coming out of the bag. You know what I mean? Going all crazy against your opponent rather than doing something to hurt yourself or the team. Great show. Thank you everybody for checking in. Keeping the chat live. Appreciate it. The Shakedown 2.0, man. And always remember what I said, man. Yesterday's gone, and tomorrow don't matter if you don't handle your business today. It's your boy Sane. I'm out.
Cheer.
Yeah, same difference. LRP. Talk to the people then.
Yeah, man. Thanks for tuning in. Continue to tune in. Continue to support the movement, the brothers, the shows, the output, and yeah, man. Have a good one. Y'all have a good night. See y'all next time. Good day of practice. Can't wait for the game. Season's ramping up. Can't wait.
LRP. Either chosen.
Last thing. I'm sorry, I forgot
Okay,
this.
okay, my bad.
I'll be very quick because I just want to say this goddamn Keefe D trial got a brother in the chokehold. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I gotta check him out. I gotta check it out.
It's all coming to the light. Is that what you're telling me? It's all
Coming to the light. Coming to the light. Coming to the light. I can't believe they did this shit for years, bro. They covered the shit up. But that's all I wanted to say. Shout out to y'all, man.
The mighty
and the brother
LRP.
back on Twitter too.
It's
So
like-
hit me up at LRP.
Right, that's a fact. He back
Yeah.
on Twitter space.
Yeah,
Man,
get that man clap. Get that man some hand claps for that.
one time. Hold on. Get a little.
Hope the ancestors
Welcome
forgive me.
back. Welcome back. Welcome
LRP,
back.
man. Appreciate you,
Welcome
brother.
back.
They out here revealing who was on the grass. You know, LRP. Is that what you're telling me when it comes to the whole situations?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If
Hey.
you're listening and know how lawyers do this shit and how they set motherfuckers up like some old Caffrey and Colonel Kendrick type shit, Few Good Men, did you order the code red? You goddamn right I did. That's that type shit. Explosive testimony, bro. If you really listen.
I gotta get into it.
We want the truth. You can't handle.
Nothing but the truth. That's a fact. Can't handle.
Agent
That's cool.
Aquarius, we
Giants
need the
cool?
information. We need the information, baby.
Yeah, man. Eat it chosen. Siempre el uno, nunca el segundo. Hit him with the closing statement.
Yo, man, first and foremost, we want to thank everybody who
Oh, they took E?
Snatch
Took
them
him right
up.
when he said the who.
You trying to thank people? You trying to be positive?
They said, oh,
Right.
Gotta
it's
get
just
him.
Snatchies. No.
He said, what you trying to kick? Nah, this motherfucker.
Shout out to Blue Virus. He said, "What's happening, you guys, man? Look, man, we was
Peace,
over here
peace,
talking about
peace,
this dual
Blue.
practice. Peace to the family, yes, sir.
Damn.
all
you
right.
sound like
I don't
Caroline.
know, brother.
Respect
Yeah,
that
you might
quality.
need to
Go
go out
ahead,
and come back in. Pause.
Right, you have to handle that.
Real.
You sound like you're on the freeway again, bro.
Sound like Stranger Things.
Yeah, for real.
Right.
All right.
That old lady touch your face. What's that movie where the old lady touch your face on the cheek and whisper some shit? That's what that sounds like.
I forgot.
It's shiny.
I know it. Yeah, is it The Shining?
No, that's not shiny. What is that shit?
I feel like this. I feel like I know what you're talking about, but it's not coming to my head. Pause.
It's,
Yeah,
it's
I
a
would
more
never
recent
listen.
movie, right?
It's a yeah.
Was
It's a
it?
what?
Weapons,
what?
I think it's called. Yeah, Weapons.
Was it that? I don't know.
And she was
I don't
tying
know.
the hair around the stick. Pause.
I don't think so.
I don't
Oh,
know.
okay.
I never let anybody like that get that close to me.
Yeah, never
That
that.
way I
you
can
doing?
smell their breath
All
like
right.
that. Down to the never.
Yeah. As we wait for Edie Chose one, man, I guess I'll do the, my closing statement. Oh, there we go. Right on time.
Right on time.
Right on time. My bad.
Oh,
My bad, fam. My bad.
Yo, E.
here.
There you go.
There we go.
Hit him up with the closing statement, fam. Where you
All
left
right,
off.
yo, no doubt. First of all, once again, I just want to thank everybody for coming out, giving us your time. But I need y'all to do me a solid. I need you to hit the like, to subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. The Shakedown 2.0 is back in the building. All right, we revised, revamped, and rebranded. So we need you guys to step up, support us. We're gonna keep giving you the content that you love, especially when it comes to these Knicks, these Giants, the Yankees, the Rangers, everything New York. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, man. And also go like and subscribe to everybody on the panel, man. Everybody. Show love, and that's all we asking you to do. And guess what? It's free. It don't cost you nothing. to show love, man. So let's get it, Big Blue family. And once again, to my brothers, great show. Guys always know I'm a fan of yours, regardless to anything. First, I'm a fan myself. Be the chosen one, Harlem in the Bronx. HBO is in the building. Y'all know what time it is, man. I'm out of here. Peace.
Bronx, BX.
Chosen.
Yes, sir. Black Freeze, talk to the people, them.
Yeah, man. Great show, family. Great show. Shout out to the family in the building, man. Everybody that participated, the chat was live. We appreciate the family in the building for spending the most valuable thing with us, man, which is your time, man. 11:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, man. Y'all here with the family. We appreciate that. We just want to make sure that you go down and hit the like button, man. For those who don't have the notification bell set up, so all things that we post, which is the Shakedown 2.0. This is called the show, man. 2.0. We here for you. Everything New York Giants, like my brother said, the Knicks. You know what I mean? We're gonna cover New York, man. You know what I mean? We're gonna put the Sloman shield over it. But the situation here, man, is that the team is blossoming. They're growing right in front of us, man. And I like what's happening because as I say, we building this the right way through John Harbaugh, man. Giving me that eerie feeling, that Tom Coughlin vibe. Ooh, sending chills through it. You know what I mean? Almost feel like they need to be doing two-a-days. But the situation on as far as the preseason, unfortunately, I'll be working, but I'll be, I have an eagle eye out for whatever the family's doing. But y'all stay tuned in, man. And I'm pretty sure that we'll have a better showing than we did, versus the Vikings, though. It looks like, the offense is starting to, gain some footing there. And we already know this defense is monsters. We're just trying to figure out the back end of it, Paul. So, but I just want to tell the family, man, make sure you hydrate and communicate with the family. Wash your hands and stop touching shit, man. It's Black Freezy, and I'm gonna go out of here. Peace.
Black Freeze. Yeah, man. Blue Virus said I would love to do an NFC showdown battle. And I'm trying to get a couple New York Giants contractors to jump in. What would you guys think? I mean, look, we with it. I don't know.
Yeah.
We good, brothers? Are we with it?
Check you out.
Absolutely with it.
See what we got.
Sure, man.
What he Dallas?
Yeah, he Dallas. Shout out to him.
That's what's up. Yeah, we'll get it in because we week 1, baby. We got to hear it.
Scooby says Saturday belt to ass against some Dolphins. You know what I mean? Fish food, canned tuna, whole nines. You know what I'm saying?
Solid white albacore.
Mahi.
Spring water.
Mahi grilled.
You know what I'm saying? Fish fillet.
Yo, that mahi crazy though.
Yeah, that be hitting with you. Yo, when you come through with an appetite. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I had that
when it's done right.
I had that in St. What was it? St. Croix? No, St. Martin. I had that in St. Martin.
That's my people. Them
fantastic.
Cilantro, bell peppers, and the onions and the lime.
Yeah, man.
I know.
I know. Great vacation.
Shout out to St. Martin. That's that Creole for you. You know what I mean? That's what that is. And shout out to Blue Virus. He says, "Well, go check out the Next Level Sports Lounge. We gonna be there, fam. You already know what time.
I think I did see the brothers.
I follow them. I follow.
Yeah, I think I did see those.
We'll get it popping, man. But yeah, man, you already know what it is.
We'll have your people or my people, and we gonna get it where we need to get it, brother.
That's a fact. That's a whole fact. But yeah, man, like I said, man, the Shakedown 2.0. We here, we live, we direct. And real quick, man, PSA for the people out there on the Shakes NYG Twitter situation over there. We're not going to be streaming over there for much too longer. And quite frankly, if I'm being honest, there was some grace involved as far as streaming over there in the first place. So why don't y'all do yourselves a favor and us, because we are fans, just like y'all. Come on over, hit the like, the subscribe, join the tribe. Because we're going to cut that line over there real soon. We might give it one more chance, another second situation after the fact. But after that, it's over. So make sure you hit the like and subscribe over here at the Shakedown 2.0. We're trying to build this up the right way, like in the John Harbaugh type of way. And we're going to try to do things the right way. So make sure you come over here and support us, by the fans, for the fans. Because that's what we trying to do. We trying to make great content, great moments, great memories when it comes to these New York Football Giants and the commentary behind it for the fans. So make sure you hit the like and subscribe, man. You know what I'm saying? Simple mathematics. And Blue Virus in the chat again. Hell yeah, let's get it. Yeah, smash the like and subscribe button for this guy, man. Much appreciation and love to you, Blue Virus.
Appreciate the family.
Always love, man. And Scoop said, peace and blessings. Night, night, fellas. Absolutely, Scoop. You already know what
All right,
it is,
Scoop.
man.
Night, night.
Ready to go
Yes,
night night.
man. So
Night, night, Scoop.
Ready to go night night.
that's a right. That's a fact, man. We're gonna close it out, man. The original / official way. Like I always like to say around this time, I don't expect y'all to agree with us, but I damn sure expect y'all to understand. You understand? How's it go again? Don't get shook up.
So don't get shook up
Live.
as we keep shit live.
Right. This is the
Shakedown New York
Shakedown
Giants on that drive.
2.0. Pay attention. DA
Yeah.
the Shakedown 2.0 as we represent the New York Football Giants on that drive for 5. And we the fuck up out of here. So you know what it is, man.
Peace.